You guys my first two batches that I've done already this fall. Hopefully you guys see me in the camera angle because I have it turned the other way. So here is the first batch of soap that I made so far. This was the olive oil, coconut oil, orange tea leaves, orange essential oil, and sugar blend. I got 20 bars out of this one. As you can see, little specks in there. That's all the orange tea leaves. They came out great. Some of them are thinner than others. And I'm actually, I just tested one to see if they're ready for me to start shaping and scraping. And they pretty much are. These over here on the other hand is my second batch that I just made this past Saturday. These are a lot thicker. I made them bigger. They have beautiful striations. These are just, and they came out a little bit whiter. These are slightly greenish. These are a lot creamier looking, whiter. They've got beautiful striations. These are olive oil, orange tea leaves, orange essential oil, and sugar blend. And again, these are not quite ready yet for shaping and scraping. These are pretty close to being ready. These are about, the olive oil ones are about 2 to 2.5 weeks in. These were only just recently made on Saturday. So now what I'm doing is, they are still quite moist and wet inside. They still need about probably another 4 or 5 weeks to finish curing and drying out properly. But because of the shape of the pan, some of them have rounded edges, some of them are completely square. So what I've figured out is I've got this scraper, and what I'm doing is, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, I take the bars, and I've actually got to get, sorry, I got to get a plate real quick for this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the shavings dry and then mix them in with potpourri. Or even using in another batch some other time. I'm not exactly sure. So the shavings, see the shavings are still, if you can see on this side, they're still kind of wet and like not dry. So if I were to wait another like week or so to do this, they would probably be a little bit drier. But that's okay. I'm just going to show you guys one real quick. I'm going to put these shavings here in the bowl. And I'm going to actually make some this afternoon in a little bit. So you guys will actually be able to get to see the whole entire process from beginning to end. So what I'm going to do is here is take the shaver. And I'm going to pick a, let's see, I'm going to pick one that's completely square. So we're going to pick this one here real quick. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to start scraping. Here, let me see if I can get a better angle for this. I got to charge my battery on my actual camera, or else this isn't going to work very well. I'm going to try and set you guys up like this. Let me see what I see from this angle. Hold on. Okay, that should work pretty well. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to scrape the sides first, and I'm going to try and get them even. So like if this edge here is a little bit fatter than already over here, so I'm going to try and just get this part scraped to try and get it even. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Still needs a little bit more. Alright, that's pretty good. And now same thing with the other side. Now, I actually shouldn't have done, I should have just mixed in the sugar on these. And I actually lined the pan with sugar too, so I just ended up scraping all the sugar off. So next time I'm just going to blend it in. And there we go, kind of even. Now I'm going to do the edges. Just a little bit. Here we go, the edges. Hopefully you guys are seeing this pretty well. And now I'm going to do these edges. Try and get a nice rounded appearance. Not bad. They're not coming out too bad. They're pretty good actually. There we go. And that's a pretty, still, I mean, they're not going to be perfect. They are homemade. They're not going to be perfect like a factory soap. But they're pretty good. So there's the finished. A little bit more square, a little bit rounded on the edges. Some of them might still need a little rounding. Kind of flat, kind of more even. And that's a little hand soap bar. Okay, so now let's leave that one there and see how much shavings we got. Hopefully you guys can see that. We got a lot of shavings in there. So I don't want to waste this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these shavings dry over the next couple weeks, and then I'll throw them in with potpourri because they smell really good. They got a really nice orange smell. And I might even leave it, I've seen a couple of videos of some people where they'll do this technique and they'll leave the shavings like in a bowl like this, let them dry, and then the next couple weeks they'll actually leave them in bathrooms. And they'll put like little notes so when visitors come over, they know that it's soap. So they can just grab a couple shavings and actually just wash their hands that way. And you can see it's sticky, like on my fingers. It's pretty sticky. So I'm going to try the other one real quick. Let me grab a square bar. I don't think these are ready for this yet. I think they need, I'm going to see how this works. And see if I'm getting... Yeah, they're still pretty wet, but it's not that bad. It's actually kind of working. They're still pretty moist, though. Okay, now the edges. And see, it's getting the grater kind of like stuck. See how these rounded edges come out looking? Actually, not that bad. Trying to see how, if it's pretty even on all sides. It didn't come out too bad. I mean, some of them, yeah, not too bad. And it gives it kind of a nice little detail on there. That one didn't come out bad at all, actually. Pretty even thickness. Okay, so that's it. So here's, let me show you shavings in here. Oh, they smell great. So here we go. Here's some of the soap shavings. Pretty awesome. I kind of like this idea, actually. This is the first time that I tried grading these. And so here are, I graded 2 of them so far. Here's one. Here's the other little one. Here are the raw looking ones. So you can see the difference, actually. They do look quite different. Here's the one I just did from this batch. Right there. Here's some raw ones. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And so you can kind of see what they look like. They definitely look homemade. Hopefully you guys are seeing me there. And it's already starting to feel soapy on my hands. I actually have dishes to do. It's really starting to actually get that soapy feel. And then let me get this all washed up here. And let me see how it leaves my hands smelling. Awesome. Very natural. Very nice and soapy. They look terrific. Now by Christmas time, I think I'm going to do a couple of entries to see if anybody would like to win some of the soap to try it out at home. So if you guys are interested in that, in a couple of weeks when they're ready, I will be doing a couple of giveaways. Thanks everyone. Stay tuned for the actual soap making process video coming up soon. Bye.